for having me. I'm Josh, co-founder of Catalyzed Research, which is a go-to-market agency in Korea. And today I'd like to go over how to address the accelerating feature of XRP ledger programmability. So my presentation is primarily for builders and startup founders who are looking for growing your own business. Today, my presentation agenda is as follows. Since many speakers at Apex have already covered the technical aspects of XRP ledger programmability, I'll skip how programmability will be deployed in a technical sense, but instead, I will provide a high-level overview of how the ecosystem will evolve once programmability is in place and how builders can precisely target these opportunities to drive in the ecosystem. So before we dive in to the presentation, I'd like to give you a quick overview of our company. So we are an agency founded in 2017, specializing in go-to-market strategies for Korea, one of the largest retail crypto market in the world. We have primarily collaborated with major mainnet developers such as Avalabs, Polygon, and Binance, and recently have partnered with Ripple to drive the expansion of the XRP ledger ecosystem in Korea. So our motto is to become the most reliable partner you can choose in Korea. And we have 4 pillars of services ranging from DevRel to BD and partnerships. Through our efforts over the past 3 years, we've onboarded over 120 XRP builders in Korea alone. That includes not only just services, but also infrastructural players, dozens of partners with direct or indirect ties to the XRP ledger ecosystem. We have also supported a variety of business development initiatives to bring UBRI, like Yonsei University, and VASP licensed firms, like Infinite Blocks, to onboard it as active research and validator contributors to XRP ledger. Next up, right before XRP ledger programmability really kicks in, I want to share what we are seeing in the ecosystem and where it's headed. First off, with other layer 1s like Solana and Avalanche booming and fresh chains like Mainnet and Sui popping up, folks in the XRP ecosystem are also hungry for more utility and new use cases. And now, with AVM compatibility opening the door to multi-chain integration, the ecosystem opening to multi-chain integration, the ecosystem is going to leverage other chains' tech to reach beyond this traditional institutional user base and tap into a whole new wave of retail demand. As a result, the model for ecosystem growth is shifting from developer-focused to user-friendly approaches, like the ones you can see in Solana and Sui ecosystem. In reality, there's massive untapped opportunity and value lying dormant in XRP, both in potential user base and liquidity that haven't been activated yet. By identifying that latent retail demand and delivering the right services, I really believe the ecosystem can start spinning its flywheel and grow faster and bigger than ever before. In summary, the programmability will change the ecosystem in a way that enhances the utility of XRP and XRP ledger and bring in more liquidity. What changes can we expect in the ecosystem in the near future? First, as it becomes easier to onboard developers from other ecosystems, the developer community will become more diverse and expand. Second, with more use cases and builders emerging, VC funds looking for opportunities will naturally flow into the ecosystem, boosting the sustainability of services. Third, the launch of scalable services will convert more holders into active users and attract new users. And lastly, as the user base grows, builders will experiment with a wider variety of XRP ledger-based use cases, making the ecosystem even richer. Then how can builders like you uncover opportunities in such robustly growing ecosystem like XRP Ledger? Here, it's essential to blend Eastern and Western wisdom. In Sun Tzu's Art of War, it says, if you know the enemy and you know yourself, you need not fear the results of 100 battles. And Socrates famously told us to know yourself. What that teaches us is this: by deeply understanding your users and truly understand what you're good at, you'll find clues about what services or products to build. So shown above is the example of user research that I conducted in the past. As you know, XRP is one of the top 4 altcoins, boasting the largest trading volume and holder count among altcoins. So as you can see, there are about 7.4 million XRP holders active in Binance, and there are about collectively 5 million active XRP holders in Korea alone, which represents about 10% of entire population. However, many XRP holders tend to be older and have a higher per user spending level. Based on this, I surveyed a random sample of 202 XRP holders, and the highest demand use cases was earning XRP-based yields, similar to POS chains like Solana and Ethereum. And I'm sharing this example not to say you must all build yield-generating products, but to illustrate the process from forming a hypothesis about your user behaviors and personas, conduct research, and use that data to determine what product to launch. This flow can help you kick off your PMF exploration. So this is a case study from the company called Gearin Labs, in which very close partner with the XRP Ledger Korea community. Through this whole research process, our XRP Ledger partner, Gearin Labs, was able to develop both a wallet and a yield platform simultaneously to form a go-to-market thesis. As a result, Gearin Labs achieved 200K users and 30 million TVL in a very short period of time. The key takeaway is that Gearin Labs designed this product based on the hypothesis that even though users are not familiar with on-chain, if you build a product that addresses their infrastructure and needs, more users and liquidity will come to XRP Ledger eventually. And next, I'd like to walk you through the steps for successfully fundraising from VCs. Many of you here are builders, as far as I'm concerned. And I know that a lot of XRP Ledger builders lean on short-term fixes like grants from Ripple. But now, with techniques like user research and validating PMF hypothesis, you can actually pitch to VCs far more effectively and secure real runway for your products. First, before you even chase investment, decide exactly what value you want from the investors. Some founders need just the cash to extend runway, while others aim for strategic value from the investors, such as strong networks in Asia or North America. Next, tailor your materials, your one-pagers, pitch deck, and thesis and MVP to persuade those target investors. Networking with VCs is easiest if you already have connections. But if you're a first-time founder, joining an accelerator program like Tanity or leaning on advisors who can angel invest in you is the most practical route. Crucially, before you start meeting VCs and cutting deals, make sure your PMF is proven. Growing revenue is probably the most ideal, but if you're not there yet, at least show a solid organic user and traffic numbers. If your product doesn't fit the market, be ready to pivot, and above all, bring investors onto your cap table who share your project and company vision. When you structure your deal, the value they gain must be crystal clear, and because clarity will shape what type of docs you use and how your IR process unfolds. So I'd like to mention that sustainability is undoubtedly every builder's concern. It's great to be passionate about your product, but if it's not sustainable, you might have to reconsider whether you've built what you wanted or what people actually want. In many cases, products built for the latter are far more likely to succeed. Through this presentation, I hope that even one more builder can create a more scalable, sustainable product grounded in their strengths and understanding of their target users. Thank you.